Tony. Now, my next guest, he's leading also a transformation of a carrier in Southeast Asia. It has now delivered 5 consecutive quarters of profitability. It has just wrapped up one of its biggest ever orders for aircraft. Please welcome on stage Mr. Chai Eamsiri, the CEO of Thai Airways. Good morning. Wow, Kunchai, you've had a busy 12 months since we last saw you here on stage. Importantly, you've just wrapped up last week at the Singapore Air Show an order for 45 Boeing aircraft, and it could stretch up to 80 aircraft.
Yes.
Can you just tell us first what made sense in this Boeing deal and why? Why Boeing?
As we know, 3 years ago, Thai Airways entered into the rehabilitation plan while we're in the pandemic, and that's the very hard time for us. Then we turned some crisis into the opportunities. In the past, we used to have a 9 aircraft type, 5 engine type in our fleet. Then we get rid of all of the old generation aircraft until now. Now it's time for us to go back to the way we are in the past. Then we undertook a lot of study, network planning, network study, revenue management, to seeking for the new opportunity of Thai, especially Thai Airways. We are the network airline, so we have to focusing on the network. That's why we end up with a 45 firm order and up to 80 aircraft options. Everything is run under the business aspect. We acquired this fleet, 45, even 80 in total. We still not nowhere near number of aircraft that we used to have during even before the COVID. In the past, we have about 103 aircraft. If we secure 45 in total, maximum it will be only 90 aircraft.
You're going to get their manufacturers excited that you might order even more aircraft.
There's still another study that we're going through very shortly. Yes.
But what does this mean then with this current order for what you want to do with your strategy? Now, as you say, you've got a focus on being a network carrier. What you have now, what can we see change in the near term? In terms of visibly, in terms of network, where you fly to, how often you fly. What can we see in that?
I heard your question from previous speaker. You were asking about whether domestic or international make the airline profitable or unprofitable. For Thai Airways, we are based in Thailand. We had a lot of competitors, especially the low-cost carrier. We are the network airline. These two poles is totally different. That's why we think we shouldn't be in the marketplace that we shouldn't be. We cannot compete with the low-cost carrier. We are the different airline. So we have to use our strength, which is the network carrier, together with our partners. We are the star members, and Bangkok is a good geographical area to be a hub. That's why we are pushing hard to go back to the real vision that we already have in the past, but we cannot deliver in the past. So many reasons why we cannot be there, because of the status of the company. Now we're changing to the purely private firm, then everything is moved quicker. We can move in very speedy process in terms of make decisions. For example, the latest fleet expansion, we spent less than 1 year to complete on the campaign. So comparing in the past, maybe 48 months.
And so what can we see this year in terms of the big initiatives? You're still under this debt rehabilitation plan, but that is not stopping you from getting things done. What can we see in terms of some of the big initiatives that you want to deliver this year?
Yeah. Can I go back 1 year later? 1 year. I sit on this stage early February. Is it?
Around 12 months?
Early February. That's about less than 1 week. I'm taking over the CEO of Thai Airways. 1 year passed. I think I did 3 big things. First one, we integrated Thai Smile. We starting to talking about the integration many times, but cannot materialize. It took us only less than 9 months to integrate Thai Smile, 20 aircraft, and the employee together with Thai Airways. Smoothly transition. Today, we are absorbing 20 of Airbus 320 already in our fleet. I think that's a big one for me, I can say. The second, aircraft acquisition 45 plus up to 80. That's also the big challenge for me. I make it short now. The third one is the Istanbul flight. I personally talked with Baro, the CEO of Turkish.
This is your joint venture that you've now put in place with Turkish Airways.
Yes.
Turkish Airlines, sorry.
I talked to him in June last year, and we have a target that we Thai Airways fly to Istanbul in December. It's less than 6 months to implement this. And our ultimate goal for Turkish will be JV revenue. That's the ultimate goal for Thai and Turkish Airlines.
You want a revenue sharing JV?
Revenue sharing. It will be the first JV revenue sharing in the world, I can say, for Turkish and for Thai Airways.
So if this revenue sharing JV does come to fruition, when could we expect you folks to get this done? Because again, you'll need regulatory approval. When can you get this done? This year, maybe next year?
It has to be this year.
Has to be this year?
Yes.
Okay.
We already talk, we already work since we start the co-chair. Yes.
Exciting. Now,
and for this year, as I said, we will make Thai Airways to be real network airline, but it's coincidentally, the government have the same directive and policy. As you know, our Prime Minister had already announced that the government will make Bangkok as a hub, which supporting Thai Airways. Thai Airways also supporting their mission. It's a win-win situation for airline and the government.
You just now need the planes.
Yes. We already ordered.
With one of your other efforts this year, how much is technology going to change? How much transformation could we see in terms of the user experience, how people book their tickets, and just in the first interaction people have with Thai Airways? What can we see in that this year?
Yeah. The four mission of transformation, the airline transformation, one of the mission is the commercial excellence. Digital technology is one of the key tools that we can improve the commercial excellence. We did a lot. Next month, end of next month, end of March, we will newly implemented or relaunch the mobile application, the new one.
New mobile app.
New mobile app, the first version. And I'm told my team, the first version, what will the customer get from the new mobile apps? and what will be the next version within another 2 months. I said, this is low-hanging fruit. We implement first, and then we can tell them what will be the next version after 2 months, releasing. Then the passenger can know what will this app deliver to them in the time frame. The second is a website, new website. We will implement it in August this year. That will be a totally new website.
When CEOs talk about revamping mobile apps, revamping websites, it's not an easy feat. There's a lot that goes into the back end, and I'm sure the audience knows it's not easy to get tech to talk to each other amongst many, many things.
And another thing is, that's a BAU, a business as usual. But I think most of the airline are facing pain or the neck issue is disruption management, irregularities. Because like it or not, airline have to face on this challenges.
Cancellations.
Yes, cancellation, delay, aircraft on ground. We will find a solution to solving this issue by using the more on the digital and technology rather than the manual. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, of course, you're still in debt rehabilitation. It's something that you look to exit in 2024. How do you get to that stage? I mean, you're profitable now, so in many ways, could you exit debt rehabilitation earlier? What do you need to do to exit out of that?
Yeah. We just announcing the financial result of 2023 last week. We make a profit about 800 million US, about 15% profit margin, best ever in Thai history. That 800 million helping to reducing our retained earning loss, which we have now. But according to the plan, we can exit the plan if the retained earning move to positive. Second one is about the operating result. EBITDA minus lease payment, more than 20 billion baht for 12 months consecutively. That's the trigger to exit the plan. The later one, operating the EBITDA minus lease, I think that's easy. We already, right now, 40,000 already, 40 billion instead of 20 billion. But the most difficult one is retained earning. Right now we have about 43 billion negative on retained earning, 43 billion. But if you can look back last year, we have about 28 billion profit. And according to the plan, we can convert debt into equity and also the rest of capital. Convert debt into equity is about 37 billion.
So you'll need to raise money.
That's only 6 billion minus. If we can make a profit from the operating more than 6 billion from now on until we exit the plan, then we can submit to the court.
Will you have to go to the markets to raise money, though?
Yes, definitely.
How much do you think you need to raise?
Minimum is about 25 billion.
And how quickly could you go to the markets this year?
This year cannot.
You don't think you'll go to the markets this year to raise money?
No. We have to exit the plan first and then resume the trade in the stock market, which may be mid of next year.
Now, finally, Thailand is really looking to attract many, many more tourists. There's visa-free schemes in place with China and India. Can you just shed a little bit more about how that's going and what benefit there is to you?
If we go back last year, China is a lot of uncertainty on traveling in and out, passenger from Thailand to China. We prepare for it. We know there's a lot of uncertainty. Then we move our capacity to India. Right now, we fly to 7 cities in India, 72 flights per week to India, comparing to China, 42 flights per week. But we saw some turn back from the booking growing from both sides, Thailand and China. Visa free is both sides. In the past, Thai people also need a visa. Now, both sides visa free. But as you know, the passengers who are not flying out from China, it's not because of external factor. I think it's their internal factor, their internal barrier, cannot flying out. And to make it short, we have an alternative to fill in the Chinese passenger that we didn't come back yet by using India.
Don't worry, you're going to start a competitive war with our 2 other CEOs from India. Who doesn't like competition?
I think the market is big enough.
No.
We can share.
The market is big enough for everyone. I think we've run out of time. My apologies,
Yes.
but thank you so much,
Yes,
Mr. Chai Eamsiri, the CEO of Thai Airways.
Thank you.
Round of applause for Khun Chai. Thank you.
Thank you.